Welcome back. We are going to continue on our lessons with the how many different possible triangles can be formed using the law of sines. And so this is part two. Some of you might be wondering why I don't just do one super long video. One main reason is that my video recorder will only allow me to upload videos of a certain length. So anything longer than about 15 minutes is going to be not so great. And to be honest, sometimes it helps to take a look at some of these just in short bursts, all right, and to digest some information we have. So I have here the steps we would use, and I explained them in the last video, but just in this video, determine how possible triangles can be formed. We use the law of sines to find one of the missing angles. And that's what we did before in the previous problem. And then find the leftover angle for the triangle. So we make a table where we have the given, the solved, and the leftover. And then we make a second possible row where we take the supplement of the angle solved, keep leaving the given, and see if there's anything left over for our third angle in this case. So here I'll put this up as a full screen here. So you guys see this here. So and see if we can make a third angle for the triangle. Okay. So you guys can pause this, take notes in this case, and we're going to use the same concept throughout. I'm going to go through different scenarios. The first scenario in this situation, we saw in this case that the side opposite of the given given angle was I believe smaller than the side opposite of the angle we're trying to find times the sine of the angle, which is going to be smaller than actually the side itself. So yeah, you'll see some of these things here, but me personally, I use table and also. So a second situation we're going to look at is going to be here. I'll make this full screen again. All right, where the measure of the side opposite angle A is equal to C, the side opposite C times sine of A. All right, and so here we have it here in this situation. I'm going to draw a triangle here. Here's a triangle. Again, here's A is 30 degrees. And here is 6. Here is C. Here is 12. And we want to find the measure of angle C. So now, a little bit different than from before. Because in this case, if you remember, A was actually 7, so actually it was a little bit bigger, but now it's a little bit smaller, all right? And so we're going to do here again the sine of A over A equals the sine of C over C, and so I'm going to move this over a little bit here, give some room, and then now fill this in. So we have the sine of 30 over 6 this time is equal to the sine of C over 12. And I'm going to again multiply both sides by 12 to get sine of C by itself. And so here I have the sine of C is equal to 12 sine of 30 over 6. And again, we found out that the sine of 30 last time was 1/2. So 12 times 0.5 over 6, that's equal to 1. And so here, if we were to use our calculator, sine negative 1 of 1, let's do that, no. Sine negative 1 of 1, so second sine of 1, and we'll find out that's equal to 90 degrees. So we have in this case 90 degrees. Okay, so equals 90 degrees. All right. And so if we make our table, okay, we'll find in this situation that make a page here. So here's our given, our solved, and our leftover. Given, solved, and leftover, and we'll find in this case, again, our given was angle A, our solved was angle C, and our leftover was angle B. And so our given angle measure was 30 degrees, our solved was 90 degrees, and our leftover was, well, it looks like 180 minus 90 minus 30 is going to be plain old 60 degrees. If I was to make a second a second possible situation with the supplement here of 180 minus 90, I still get 90. The given angle stays the same. I'm only doing the supplement for the solved angle, okay? And the leftover is still going to be 60 degrees. So here, there's only one possible triangle. Why? Because the supplement is equal to the solved angle, okay? So the supplement is equal to the solved angle. So we see here, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to get, unlike before, where there's only one possible triangle formed. There's only one triangle possible formed. Here is to be right triangle. Okay, so here, if we have a situation where the measure of the side opposite of the given angle is equal to the measure of side opposite the angle trying to solve times the sine of the angle, we'll have a 90-degree angle. Okay, therefore here we come up with triangle ABC. If angle A is an acute angle and angle A equals C times sine of A, then only one right triangle may be drawn. Okay, now make this a full screen. Okay. Again, I want to make sure I explain this. Certain situations, I remember on the regions before, they gave not necessarily measurements, but they gave rules, and it was a question we had to describe how many triangles can be formed. And so, you know what, when that situation occurs, what you can do is make up certain numbers if you want to. And I like 30 degrees for the angle measure, only because I know for sure a sine of 30 is 1/2. Okay. All right. So our next question.